What's up, guys? LQ here with the LQ Review. Sorry that I'm in my car right now. I'm between appointments at the moment and thought that I would knock out a review or two here. So, let's talk about The Boys Season 4, Episode 5. Alright, like I said in my last video, I liked I like The Boys Season 4 so far. I think it's the weakest so far of the four seasons. We'll see how this one ends. This one could end on such a high note that I would put it above one of the other seasons. But right now, I think it's still the weakest of the four seasons. But this one was just bonkers. This one had the boys going to a farm to find the Compound V cure, and the farm was doing Compound V tests on a hamster. The hamster got out and infected the groundwater, and all the animals on the farm started drinking Compound V. And you have super sheep flying around. You have super chickens flying through people's bodies and taking people's heads off. And you have all this crazy stuff happening with super animals just mutilating people. All right. I think that no, hold on. Let's get to another piece. I'm going to get back to the farm, okay? But let's get to another piece here. Um, you've got Huey's story with his mom and his dad. We know that mom gave dad Compound V. Dad ends up being okay for a short period of time, and then he ends up getting superpowers and ends up not knowing who he is or when he is. He knows who he is, but he doesn't know when he is. And he starts killing people, ripping their hearts out and stuff. All right. Remember the farm. Remember Huey's dad, because I'm going to tie it all together. And then we get the Seven. We get Homelander. He brings the Seven together, and they are adamant about finding out who the leak is, which we know the leak is A-Train, but they're adamant about finding out who the leak is. And it ends up getting tied back to can't remember if he's a journalist or if he's a media manager for Vought or whatever, but that guy, Homelander brings him in and he says, we have traced his phone calls to MM, and I want you guys, Homelander says, I want you guys to show me wrath. I want you guys to show me that we can be wrathful gods. And the Seven end up killing this guy. This comes after a conversation that Homelander has with his son, where his son says, I want to protect people. And Homelander manipulates his son. After telling his son that he does not want to manipulate him anymore, he manipulates his son into hurting somebody to protect somebody. So it was really fascinating to see Homelander work in this fashion, giving his son what he wants, but still getting what Homelander wants. So Homelander decides that they're going to protect people by being wrathful gods, and he talks the Seven into doing just that. And they get together and they kill this guy. All right. All that to say, they're bringing this all together into one nice bow here. I still like it. Don't get me wrong. There's no need to jump on the LQ hates the boys bandwagon here, because I still like it. But I think there are cracks in the wall. And for me, the cracks in the wall come because I feel like, to some extent, the boys is just being... They're more interested in shocking us or offending us or doing something that we don't expect than telling a compelling story. I think that they still want to tell a compelling story, but the priorities are shock, tell the story. And so I don't think that the priorities are to answer this question, I don't think that the priorities are political ideology, shock, tell a story. No. I think political ideology falls in there. But I think it's shock, tell a story, and then let's do some politics. That's how I think it falls in there. Which, as I said in my last video, I don't mind the politics piece. I really don't. Great. Be political. We have a lot of content out there that's political, that I like. We have a lot of content out there that's not political, that I like. So this happens to be a show that is political. It has been since the beginning. I don't know why people are shocked now that it's political. Maybe it's because it's an election year or something. I don't know. But The Boys has been political since the beginning. So I'm fine with the politicalness. But I do think that to some degree they are trying to shock us more than tell us a good story. Why is it that no matter what scenario our characters find themselves in, the worst possible thing imaginable is going to happen? like if there is an opportunity for someone to go evil and kill somebody in a terrible, terrible, terrible way, that is going to happen. All right. So does Compound V just make people do horrible things? Like once people have superpowers, do they go crazy and kill people? Like, what reason did Huey's dad have to kill those people? There was no reason whatsoever. Yeah, he didn't know when he was, but he wasn't a killer before he took Compound V, so why is he a killer now? It just doesn't make sense to me. It's like they're going for shock value rather than telling a compelling story. The flying murder sheet I thought was stupid. Like, great. There's flying murder sheep out there now. You guys are trying to shock us and surprise us instead of telling us a cool story. Because guess what? When I was thinking what would be cool to watch in The Boys, I wasn't thinking, wow, I'd love to see flying murder sheep. It wasn't at the top of my list. I wasn't thinking I'd love to see a chicken fly through somebody's body. It wasn't at the top of my list. It wasn't on my list. To me, the farm animals was a cringe-inducing moment where I was like, okay, they're trying to shock us right now and not tell us a good story. I thought it was dumb. All right. That being said, I know that whenever you criticize The Boys, there's people going to come out and be like, it's good, it's good. It is good. And I like it, but that doesn't mean I have to like everything in it. And I thought the Old McDonald's farm was stupid. And it detracted from the story for me. So, all right, guys. Not my favorite episode. My favorite episode is still episode 4. Episode 5, from me, might have been the weakest episode of the season so far. Just because I thought Murder Farm Animals was just a bit too stupid for me. So, still like season 4. This is not me saying it's a negative. Like it's a negative season for me. I like the season so far, but I don't like everything in the season, and this is one. And because of choices like this, I do look at season 4 so far as the worst of the seasons. Like I said, it could get better. All right, wow. All right, guys, let me know what you thought of The Boys season 4 episode 5 in the comments below. While you're down there commenting, subscribe to my channel, and until next time, we'll see you guys later.